Oh, here we go. That was laid. When I was getting water, there was the police were shutting off the road, and there was some kind of band, like a marching band, getting ready to do their thing. So it looks like some kind of celebration. Need to go back to bed. Oh no. The whole boat shook then. Right, I'm going to go back to bed. I'm going to put my earplugs in. So I've had a taxing day. The next morning I woke up to find the boat covered in bits of firework, metal particles from the fireworks, cardboard, string, and even some old doctor's notes that had been pushed into the mortars to make them fire up the tubes. The wind had been generally from the southeast, which meant that all the fireworks were being fired across the bay, and all the fallout from them covered all the boats. There was also a couple of fires on Mono Island. But hey ho. 2 days later, on Tuesday, Cindy managed to get a flight over to Malta and have a week's holiday, as it were, from looking after our grandson and our daughter. To be honest, I didn't do any real filming. We did get out to have a few beers and something to eat with a few of our friends and patrons. You got a smile as well. The fireworks in Salima Bay eventually got too much. They were going off 3 times a day, 4 times a day, from about 8 o'clock in the morning until 11:30 at night. So we decided to leave and head for Sicily. Now, we've been here a couple of times before. It makes a good stopping off point. Porto Palo in Italy. Now, it should have been a straight run across, as you saw in the animation, but actually there's a big dogleg, and there's a reason for that. And if you want to know what that reason is, go and watch Sailing Lady Aquitaine. It'll be on one of their upcoming videos. So I actually arrived about an hour to an hour and a half before them. I managed to get a good spot right in the middle of the bay. The wind wasn't due to come from the south for another 7 or 8 days, so plonking myself in the middle of the bay gave me adequate protection. Before leaving Valletta, I'd stocked up on fresh fruit, vegetables, water, diesel. It's been 42 or 43 degrees Celsius, and so the fresh fruit and veg doesn't last long, even if you keep it in the fridge, and so after about 6 days I just run out. Ian from Lady Aquitaine said he'd run out of food as well, and so we decided to walk to the nearest shop. It was quite a way. In fact, it was a long way. And even though it was windy, it was still 41 degrees on the land. Smiling.
Hey, Let's go shopping.
Go shopping, yeah. So we left the dinghy there. It's very windy today. The rubbish bins are over there, the other side of Vinny. Looks like there's somewhere to have a coffee here. I kind of remember that from last time we were here. It's a bit of a walk, but we're all ready to go.
Tell me if that restaurant sells booze when we get back.
Yeah, I think we're going to need a cold beer because we have to sort of go along the back here, and then towards the lighthouse. It's not a straight walk. Nice doer-upper there. Ooh, windy. Yeah, we've walked up before, not not that far, but certainly up the road. We'll finish it on the way back. Well, a couple of days. Concrete umbrellas falling apart, look. Is that a shrine there, or somebody selling something? Oh, it's a shrine. Chow Marco.
They had a carrot in there. So that's how it usually works.
Oh, perhaps that was Marco's place there then. But it's got a KTM sign on it.
He might have worked for KTM.
Yeah. You got KTM and KTM hand bike grips as well. Wow. That doesn't look very steep from here, but it is steep. Just see the sea in the background. Oh, I've got a bit further to go. So tell me in the comments, how far do you think it was that we had to walk? Oh, it's not too bad. The water fountain is mentioned in No Foreign Land. It's drinking water. But you wouldn't want to march up that hill with half a dozen jugs. Poor old Hens marched up there pulling that trolley, and that's the problem with boats. And if you're on the boat for a while and you don't walk, after a couple of 3 days you just lose all your stamina. Oh, up the side street. I hope they've got aircon in there. Comes in threes. Plenty of water. I'll take it in turns, so I'm going to do the downhill bit. I think they might have a couple of kids in that house there, look. Boats are out there, just see them. And of course this is the point at which the GoPro gave up and only gave me one still. Luckily Darsha was on board Lady Aquitaine and managed to get this little bit of footage of me getting soaking wet in the dinghy. Next time I'll be on the move again, but where to? Can you guess? Tell me where you think I'm going in the description. Lots of caves in this volcanic rock here. It's always pretty to come along. I'm going to see if I can zoom in a little bit. Hang on a second. Now don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends. It really helps us out and it costs you nothing at all. And of course, hype, hype, hype. And also, tell us what you think in the comments. Tell us what you'd like to see. and raise any questions. We make these videos for you, so make use of them. Until next time, don't forget, wear those kill cords and always sail safe. Bye for now.